बीच में
फेस
हाँ
पे जाना
हाँ
आ जाओ
and action.
Hi, I'm a transplant surgeon.
Sorry.
That's okay. Should we go again?
Yeah. Start.
Hi, I'm a transplant surgeon and I'm here to talk to you about something deeply personal, a very sensitive subject, something that needs a great deal of thought. As Asians, we must all know that we are 3 times more prone to developing heart diseases, liver and kidney diseases compared to the Western population. This is largely because of a genetic predisposition. We are also known to have an accelerated rate of these diseases now in our population because of the simple fact that we are adapting a more westernized lifestyle and diet. The current figures that we have say that 500,000 patients with any of these ailments or a combination of these would be dying every year in this country. 50,000 die of terminal heart failure, 120,000 die of liver failures, and the rest would obviously be because of kidney and lung-related disorders. Now, it is difficult to digest these numbers unless you have some perspective. So if you look at 2 of the most sentinel events in the past century, you could remember the 2 great wars, both World War I and II. We lost a few million people as a consequence of these wars. But one of the most important events during those wars was the bombing of the Hiroshima and Nagasaki in Japan. They lost 200,000 civilians that day, and that is less than 1/3 of what we lose every year. In India, patients dying because of terminal organ failure. Now what does that do? If you look at it from another analogy, we're looking at the airline industry, that means 2,000 aircraft crashing every year over Indian skies. I mean 6 aircraft a day, that's roughly 1,500 people dying every day just out of air crashes. Imagine what would that do, what would that impact our aviation industry? In what way would that impact our aviation industry? So these are the numbers that we are faced with. The current rate of organ donation in our country is roughly 0.34 per million population. Now that is nothing compared to what is happening in the West, where you have an organ donation rate of between 20 to 40 per million, sometimes as high as 80 per million population. So we are 100, 200, maybe 300 times lesser as far as our organ donation rates are concerned, whereas our needs are probably 10 times higher. Now that brings a serious question as to why is this all happening? This is happening largely because we are not oriented towards organ donation. We do not like to discuss about this with our family. We do not talk to our near and dear ones, because how difficult would it be if you put yourself in that situation where somebody you love so dearly, your father, mother, maybe brother, your sister, or your child who's suffering from terminal organ failure, requires an organ, and you are desperately waiting for that call, which never comes. And then all of a sudden, as a ray of hope, you find someone who tells you that they're willing to part with their organs of someone who died, was someone very near and dear to them. That seems like a ray of hope for all of us. So I think it's time that we start discussing this at the dinner table. We talk about this to our families. We make the choice today. We pledge to be organ donors now. Let us all be the change that we want to see in the world around us. Donate and save a life. Thank you.
Very good.
Are you good?
Very good. Thank you.
Very good.